Set the string again. Set. Actually, is something wrong with the array in JavaScript. Oh, not really in JavaScript, in React. So, and I actually explained this problem before in Redux. It's kind of similar, and but at the same time we have like 2 or 3 error problems at the same time, so it's very hard to debug. So that's why I had to isolate all the parts of our code. So first thing first, right? First thing first, let's try to fix this one. So instead of set chat log ref.current, we should create a new array, right? So as we know, array in JavaScript use reference, and that's why React cannot understand that there's something we change something in the when we set state, right? So we need like this. Okay, create another copy. Shit. Right, everything worked fine. Everything worked fine until I start typing, and the list get longer. We don't want that, right? So let's say I don't use handle change here. I don't use handle change here. Delete it. Bam. And then when I delete the handle change, I will also delete the on change here. So I only have the on submit and submit chat. So on submit we have E here. E is the event. We have so we have to change this here. Event target. So we don't need to use the chat state at all. We like directly changing the not really. We directly submit the chat using e.target.chat.value. The reason why I chat is the chat is a name of this input. I want to target this input, right? Where was it? E.target.chat.value. Okay, and then we submit it. I'm gonna save and test. 1, right? It does work, but it's empty. 2, it's empty again. I think because I have something here, and I didn't set the chat, so the chat is still, it's always empty string. Remove that. Go back to the code. 1, 2, 3. So 1 and 2 work fine, and now when I start with 3, it start to fail, right? It's fail right here. Why? I don't know why it's keep repeating 1. Let's say 5. Right now, so it repeat. The error is not consistent, so that's why we have to go back and take a look here. Chat log. I'm gonna delete this one. I don't need this. So now something is wrong in the render. Let's see. So something wrong in the render. Everything worked fine. The console log worked fine. And if you pay attention to the error, we encounter 2 children with the same key. I don't know how, I have no idea why and how they get the same key at all. Maybe magic, but for now we can remove the key to avoid this kind of error. We can remove the key here. So basically the key here should be the ID of the chat, but right now we don't have the ID of the chat, so we just ignore the key. Remove the key and test again. So I'm gonna type 1. Yeah, this just warning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So everything worked fine now. We somehow fix that. And there were, I think there were 3 problems that happened at the same time. That's why it's so hard to debug. The first thing is this one. The second thing is the handle change is render again and again and again whenever we type something. So that's why I decided to get rid of the handle change. Okay. And the third problem is that the key here somehow, even though I use date.now and then I use toString, it still throw a duplicate in the value, and that's why we had 3 errors. We have 3 problems at the same time. So now everything is fine now. One, hello. If I open another localhost, this one is Lin, my brother name. He chat 1, 2, and I should see he chat 1 and 2, right? So now I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. So he should see 1, 2, 3, right? So everything is fine. Magic. Yeah. There were 3 errors at the same time, young, and that's why no one fixed that. Actually, I had to separate parts. First thing first. So now you can remove this state. First thing first. Yeah, I do record it. So I'm gonna recap it. So now I lost the old code, so it's very hard to recap everything. But basically, the first thing here, you had to change this one to, originally I was using this, right? And this variable point to the same memory locations, right? And that's why React doesn't understand there's a change in the chat log ref dot current. So we had to generate a new array, and that new array will have the new value with the same value. So in the lab, I remember I do something like this. Const new messages, right, equal to chat log ref, for example, something like that, and then I use concat, and inside concat I have message, right? So concat here actually create a totally new array, right? A totally new array. It doesn't modify the existing array. So this one is gonna be a new memory address, and that's why when we put it in here, it works. But somehow I use push, and push means like you keep the old array and then you push a new item in there. So that means it's still, the value here is still the same array or the same memory address on your computer, on your RAM. And when you put chat log ref dot current in here, it's not gonna work. And you either use concat, you either use this way or this. This dot current, right? So either way work fine. So now you can there are 2 ways to do it, young, but you have to understand the underlying process. Like when you push, you actually modify the original array. When you use concat, you generate a new array. You don't touch the original one, right? So it either way work fine. You can use any way you want, but I just state the problems for push. And people actually prefer using concat because it less bugs for React, but it's not ideal for coding, for programming. We actually want to keep the old array and then we push it, we modify it. But anyway, that's a problem. The second problem was like I had a handle change. Remember, I had a handle change in here, and that handle change will like re-render the whole component app here every time I type a character. and that leads to another problems. The whole render chat log here render. Oh, now I think about it. Oh, now I think about it. It could work. It could work. Handle change. You can still handle change. On change. Sorry, on change. You can still use on change, I guess. Handle change, right? And in handle change, where the hell is it? You should be able to use handle change. Okay, set what? Set chat. Now I have to add the chat back. Cons chat and set chat. You should be able to use. There are two ways to do it. I want to use on-chain in order to clear the chat, or you can use a built-in properties in the form as well. I want to show you two ways to do it actually. You shouldn't be fixed on just one way. It's just that we don't know. Okay. Like my mindset is like I want to have option to choose which way I want to do instead of following just one fixed way. So we're gonna set chart here and we're gonna have E here. And E is gonna be target dot value. Okay. It will not work yet, but let's see. So now I can use value in here. Value, and I can put chart here, right? Not yet. And here I can use chart, right? Qua, it's gonna ask me again, and I'm gonna put 1 and 2 and 3. All right, so it still work with on chains because of this stupid key that prevent the on-chain work, as well as the DOM rendering, the DOM render. So we go down to only two problems. The first problem is this, and the second problem is the key. Right, so I'm not gonna uncomment this one, delete this one, and remove the key. And let's call the function here to make it cleaner, right? All right, one, C, 2, C, 3, and 4 still work. So now I can clear the text box by doing after we chart, we can set chart back to empty string khóa again, and this one, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. All right, do we need on chains? It depends. You can not use on chain. So how to clear input box after submit? You can also do this way. How do I clear the river text field? Oh, this one's so old, but you can still use it. You should have a properties. No, this is question. Nah, you have to use shit. You have something called form.reset here, right? If you want to use that way, you can use form.reset, or you can use a like show, or you can use this way. You can use state. You set chart equal to empty string. That still work. So both way work. Right. Clear. Clear. Yes. Right. Nice. So problems. The key that failed on me here. And actually, I put a key there just to like, it's a very good practice. So when you render a map, you should use key. So the key here will have React to identify the element, to identify each element. Without the key, for example, if you delete a message, for example, if you delete a message, I don't know, if you delete a message, it will, the whole list gonna like, it will reset, the whole list will be reset. Oh, what the hell is it? I think my backend server is failed. I even try go back into my backend server and test it, but whatever. For test again, B and C and D. Yeah. So basically, we finished it somehow. Sorry for all the bugs, but sometimes you run into it, and because this one, the key here, actually the key error is actually on the console log for a while, but we chose to ignore it. We chose to ignore it, and this one, it's good to know, right? Right. Any questions? Oh, can I see the array in console log? Can I see array in the console log? What? Shut up, Jack. It's not an array. It's just one single chat object. And remember this, guys. Remember this. It's gonna hunt, like it's gonna hunt you for a while, right? Normally, I refer using push, and that push gonna cause this problem in React. And here you use key. So that's it. If you don't have any question, I'm gonna end the record now because I don't want it to get too long. I'm gonna stop. If you have questions, just ask. Okay.